Imagine you're hiking up a treacherous, haunted mountain, dealing with a literal army of walking corpses, and suddenly you run into a half-serpent supermodel who only wants to squeeze the soul out of you with her own tail, tightly wrapped around you. That is the exact vibe of Lilith from Final Fantasy IV, who might feel like an out-of-place creature upon Mount Ordeals, but there is much to uncover. Let's break down her look first, because the artist really went all out to make her stand out from the crowd. She combines human elegance with reptilian grace. Her lower body is this massive, winding serpent tail, drenched in vibrant, deep pink and purple scales. It loops around heavily, giving her a massive presence on screen. But from the waist up, she is a picture of deceptive, serene beauty. She's got flowing, mint green hair that hangs down in silky strands, contrasting beautifully with her scales. On her head sits a delicate gold tiara accented by two long, insect-like antennae that give her a slightly alien, otherworldly touch. But her real superpower is her expressivity. She isn't snarling or snapping her jaws. Instead, she sports an ever-present knowing smirk, complemented by piercing eyes. She oozes smugness, a seductive confidence that says, "Yeah, I know I'm a sexy cobra, but it is you the one being charmed." This design channels her real-life mythological roots. The name Lilith carries a ton of historical baggage, stretching back to ancient Mesopotamian and Jewish folklore, where she was feared as a primordial demon of the night, associated with seduction, wind, and snakes. The game neatly weaves that ancient legend into the classic Greek myth of the Lamia, the tragic, serpent-tailed temptress, once queen of Libya, turned into a proto-vampiric half-snake woman. Her placement in the world is where the environmental storytelling really shines. You encounter Lilith herself exclusively on Mount Ordeals. Now, if you remember the plot, this is the holy mountain where Cecil goes to repent for his past sins as a dark knight and undergo the ultimate trial to become a paladin. The mountain is a literal gauntlet of spiritual cleansing, filled to the brim with rotting zombies, floating spirits, and governed by the fiend of earth. Dropping a highly seductive creature rooted in the myth of temptation right into the middle of this spiritual purification process is pure genius. She represents the ultimate test of the flesh, a beautiful, deadly distraction meant to derail Cecil from his path of righteousness. It's a classic trial of resisting the snake in the garden. But here's the ultimate riddle that keeps the lore behind here intriguing. Why on earth is she classified as an undead monster? If you look at every single other undead creature on Mount Ordeals, they are textbook definitions of decay. They're skeletons, spirits, and rotting flesh. Yet, she looks completely alive, radiant, and unrotten. What's the catch? Two fascinating theories. The first is the myth-rooted vampire hypothesis. She might not be physically decomposing because she is a high-level predator of life force. By constantly seducing and draining the vitality of tragic travelers who wander up Mount Ordeals, those many who indeed failed the trial before it could even start proper, she stays perpetually refreshed. Her youthful, lively glow is literally fueled by the stolen lives of others. The second theory is a bit more unsettling. The glamour illusion. What if her beautiful, lively appearance is a total lie? She might actually be a hideous, rotting Lamia corpse beneath the surface, using powerful dark magic to project an illusion of flawless beauty to lower your guard. The moment you step closer, charmed by the smirk, the trap snaps shut. The certain thing is that Lilith is the memorable worldwide introduction to Monster Girls to millions of players. The Super Nintendo sold less units than its predecessor, the NES, but Final Fantasy II and 3 were never localized back then to the Western world, meaning that Lilith usurped the spotlight from the more monstrous Lamia Queen, Final Fantasy II, and the much more uninhibited Lamia, Final Fantasy III. If Monster Girls became almost mainstream many decades later, it is because of Lilith's influence.